Well, everyone, it's a glorious day. I took my allergy medicine. It should be kicking in any minute now. My tax returns are supposedly done, and unless something goes wrong, I have yet to be audited by the US government for just trying to do my best here. And one of my favorite games of all time, Fallout New Vegas, just received another blessing when it comes to a potential remaster, this time in the form of Obsidian. Obsidian originally worked on this game. Bethesda's name is most commonly associated with the game, but really they just published Fallout New Vegas. Obsidian actually made the game under Bethesda. And there's been ideas floating around for a while about a Fallout New Vegas sequel, and also Microsoft being much more interested in pursuing the Fallout brand a little quicker than Bethesda has been following the Bethesda acquisition. And with that news coming off of it, it's also really cool to see Obsidian game directors Tim Cain and Leonard Boyarsky agree that Fallout New Vegas Remastered would be awesome. The staff at Obsidian was participating in interviews kind of regarding the Outer Worlds Spacers Choice Edition, and the topic of Fallout New Vegas actually came up, and Outer Worlds production director Eric DeMilt had talked a little bit about Obsidian's priorities and also what they would want to see about New Vegas going forward. He said, when it came out, it had stability issues. It's overcome those, and now people are able to go back to that game because those characters and stories are just rich, and people want to be in there. And it's interesting because, it's taken a long time for that game to overcome a lot of its stability issues. It's still not perfect, but it has been getting a lot of, updates over the years, especially from fans. I think on the PC version, which is just, it has mod after mod of adding stability to it as well. And pretty much every single person in the modding community of Fallout New Vegas it's almost like a rite of passage, like working on bug fixes over there. So it's pretty crazy how much work they've actually put into it. And also that community has pretty much remastered the game single-handedly with the use of mods and other things that are really cool. Tim Cain went on to say that, not that it's up to me, but wouldn't a graphical remaster of Fallout New Vegas be awesome? And Boyarsky agreed it would be awesome. And I think that this is something really interesting to see. And it was pointed out as well by The Gamer that the following around New Vegas is actually very big still, especially because of its backwards compatibility now on Xbox platforms. Obviously, the PC community has been engaged with it really since 2011 when it launched. That thing has been kicking for a long time, and actually, I think it's not, I don't want to say it's widely agreed upon, but it's a lot of people's favorite Fallout game just in general. This game and Fallout 2, I think, are some of people's favorite Fallout games out there. So to kind of see this renewed interest in New Vegas, especially since it's one of my favorite games of all time, is really awesome to see. Now, I'm not sure if there would be interest in a video about this, but I would love to talk more about what I'd like to see in a Fallout New Vegas remaster if it were to happen. But I do think, kind of throwing the ideas out here a little bit in this video, one thing I think that you would have to do is more than just a facelift, more than just a next-gen facelift of the game that makes it look better. Because I think that a lot of times remasters that only do that come off a little bit lazy. I think there's a lot more that could be done with Fallout New Vegas. It does need more stability patches. It really does, because a lot of them have been done by the community on PC, and not all of those have been carried over. Not all of those fixes, I should say, have been carried over to the console version, which does still have more problems, I'd argue, than PC because of the amount of bug fixes community members have done on the PC platform. And also, there's a lot of cut quests and cut content from this game that would be really cool to see. There's cut content that actually made it back into the game in other forms, like for example, Ulysses was originally going to be a party member, actually, in the original base game, and they went away from that idea, but he returned obviously in Lonesome Road and throughout the DLCs and with some references in the base game as well. But I do think that there's a lot of stuff like Caesar's Legion's quest line is a lot shorter than it should be, and from my understanding it received quite a few cuts during development, and there are some other things like that as well that I think if you were going to remaster this game and you wanted to really make it worth people's money to kind of go back to a facelift of the game, it would be really awesome to see, because the game is amazing, I love it, but it's not at all perfect. It definitely could have used some fixes in some of the quest lines, and also some additional content with some of the factions that got somewhat ignored. So I think there's a lot that could be done with this idea. It's something I would absolutely love to see if done well. I just don't want it to be done lazy, because I have a gaming PC. I do really love the ease of use, the ease of access of console, just being able to put a game in, download some patches and play right away. You know, obviously controller support is built in. You don't have to mess with anything. You don't have to add a bunch of mods, but also the creativity and stability on PC around this game far exceeds what the console versions are able to do. So I would love to see kind of a middle ground there. Yeah, you're never going to be PC, but it would be really cool to see some of the best things from PC brought over to a Fallout New Vegas remaster along with better graphics. But let me know what you think in the comments down below. What are your thoughts on this? Would you like to see this? Would you not? PC owners, what are your thoughts? I think actually too, with PC, it's something where a lot of people, myself included, are more skeptical, especially following things like the Warcraft 3 remaster, where then Blizzard, in my opinion, was pretty much doing everything they could to make the original not as obtainable. You know, so it's like, I don't know. I want to see it, but I want to see it with good business practices around it. So I hope that makes sense. Anyways, please be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more content. We appreciate you very, very much. Have a fantastic day. If you want to help support this channel, memberships are up. The join button down below the video will let you get access to a whole list of goodies. We do also have a Patreon and of course a secondary channel, Degenerate Plays, where we play through a lot of games. And then finally, my wife Jill has a wonderful online store where she sells things from handmade crafted jewelry that are very, very awesome, high quality stuff, all the way to comic book resin pieces from repurposed comic books that were getting tossed by local stores into landfills and things like that. So there is a lot of stuff that we have out there if you're interested in supporting our channel. Have a fantastic day, and as always everyone, stay shway.